Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Faulkner, and welcome to Village Core, where we live our mission, which is to connect, share, learn, and build intergenerational connections for mutual learning. This is a place where youth tech minds and senior wisdom join forces in order to bring you meetings like this. Today, we'll be discovering Indeed, a place where you can find jobs easily and also apply your resume easily in order to acquire those jobs. Indeed allows you to search all over the United States and all over the world in order to find a place where you want to work and make sure that you are qualified for the job that you are choosing and that you can find a proper salary for you. So the way it works is we're on currently on the Indeed homepage. So the Indeed homepage will look like this. Essentially, it'll just look like a search bar where you're currently at, um, searching for that job, a sign-in place, employers to post a job, and then you can also look at company reviews and you can find salaries. So post your resume. It only takes a few seconds here to hire, match with candidates today. So if you're somebody who's looking for a job, you can find people who are hiring. And if you're also somebody who's looking to hire, you can find people who are looking for a job using Indeed. So let's say I was looking to become let's say I wanted to find a job, and since I'm currently 18, there's not a lot of options out there for me in the corporate world quite yet, other than let's say internships or things like that. But let's say I needed a job to get through college. So I might look up something like becoming a barista um, in order to pay for my college, in order to find a way for me to make money while I'm in college and while I'm moving through all that stuff. So here we have a few options. We have barista at Black Rock Coffee Bar, another one at Black Rock. We can look at the details of this job. So I can either apply now, I can favorite it, or I can reject it and say, I don't want to look at this. This doesn't fit me. And it's not the right job for me. So here we can see it's Black Rock Coffee Bar, which is in Oceanside. It's roughly $20 to $28 an hour. It is part-time. They pay in the top 20% for this field compared to other jobs that are similar that are posted on Indeed. So here they have the profile insights. Find out how your skills align with the job description. So essentially, with Indeed, when you create a profile, you'll go through the motions of uploading a resume if you have one. If not, Indeed can help you with that, and I'll get to that in a second. You can also post the different skills that you have, where you've worked before, other things like that, in order to make sure that Indeed has all the information that they need about how qualified you are for any position that you are seeking. So here we have the profile insights, which under that profile insights is the skill section. So do you have experience in leadership? If you have experience in leadership, you would hit the yes button. Do you have experience in customer service? Yes. So basically what this does, let me just sign in real quick, is it just goes through and um, ensures that you are qualified for this job and that um, you basically are matching up with what the company wants. So what the company wants is somebody who is good at leadership, somebody who has that experience, and somebody who can move through that and proceed throughout their day-to-day services. So as we can see, customer service leadership. I'm currently logged into my profile. As we can see here, I have those qualifications met. It also is within my pay range, which is $20 to $28 an hour. It is a part-time job. I can work weekends as needed and holidays. And we can see the location. We can also see the benefits. So this job provides me with a 401k, AD and D insurance, dental insurance, employee assistance program, paid time off, and other things like that. It also comes with pet insurance and vision insurance. So here, once again, we can see the pay per hour. So $20 per hour plus $8, plus up to $8 per hour in tips, hourly slash non-exempt. And then we can see a job summary, and we can see the essential duties and key responsibilities of what you'll be doing when working that job. We can also see professional development, so we can see what the brand or what the company I am working for is all about. And we can see the required skills like strong communication, ability to thrive, excellent customer service, capable of building positive relationships, flexibility to work weekends, holidays, and varying shifts. And then we can also look at the physical requirements like standing for a long time, lifting heavy things, constant communication, maintaining clear vision for reading orders and interacting with customers, other things like that. And then, of course, we once again look at those benefits of what the job is. We can also look at the additional information. So the additional information will provide you with any other parts of the job that might be somewhere else. So oftentimes when you apply on Indeed, what it will do is it will take you to a separate website through their website where they want you to basically set up stuff for your jobs. So what this means is when I hit apply now, it'll take me to a separate website. Potentially, I could apply through Indeed, but it might take me through a separate website where I upload my resume, I upload why I'm qualified, and then we move through the motions of getting all that set up. So we can look at this, and then of course, if there's any issues, you can report the job or anything like that. So let's say this job fits me perfectly. And since my mom really wants me to get a job, we can look at this right now and I can actually apply right now. So here we have everything that I'm looking at. So we can add a resume for the employer. So I already have my resume listed here. We can see here that we have this resume listed out. Essentially, we can look at my high school GPA. We can look at my expected graduation. We can look at all the leadership positions that I've held, the honors that I've held, work experience, like how I've worked as a media relations intern for Village Court, which is happening right now, as we can see in this meeting. And then I also worked as an animal caretaker on the at the Meg and Jim Ranch, where I fed, cared for animals, other things like that. And then we can also look at the professional skills, like proficient in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Lightroom, Zoom, YouTube, and then conversant in spoken and written Spanish. So I can send that resume out to my employer. And then we can also answer these questions from the employer. So since they're looking for different things about me, I can say, okay, I live in this country, my mobile number is this. I can select this, like I would like to receive text about my job. And then I can also select my phone number, my home phone number and all that. So if I were to do this really quick, United States, and then upload that, and then continue on with that. We can answer more questions from the employer. Like, do you have experience being a barista? I don't. But you can go through and you can see all the questions and more, and then it'll take you to another section where I'll continue on asking you questions about if you're qualified for things like this. After that, your resume and all that will be sent off to the company of your choice, and then they'll start reviewing your application and eventually set that up for you. So going back, as we can see here, there are other jobs that are posted, like swim instructor, camp counselor, barista, um, retail floor associate, summer camp instructor, chess and games. There's cake decorator, baker, summer camp unit leader, Encinitas. Um, so all these and more I am qualified for, except for camp, which I have yet to do. But essentially, I can send out my resume, I can get that going. And then, of course, I can look for other work that through keywords. So let's say I want to be a journalist. Let's say journalism. Searching in, let's say, New York City, since New York is very big on journalism. So here we have a lot of stuff. We have things like AI content writer. We have coordinator communications. We have price reporter. We have reporter on buyouts. We have data editor, U.S. insurance reporter. Um, these are all different employers that are looking for somebody who is able to do their work in order to make sure that everything goes out and other things like that. Like the Dow Jones is hiring as a reporter and newswire. So other things like that are able for you to apply through any way. And here's one of those that you actually are taking to a different website in order to apply. So data annotation will basically ask you all these questions about why you're qualified for the job and why you should become an AI content writer and other things like that. So let's go to my messages. Here we go. So messages. Messages is where you, as an individual from your job, are able to reach out to both employers and employers are able to reach out to you. So if you're somebody who's looking for a job and doesn't necessarily want to share their phone number to these companies, essentially what they'll do is they'll message you through Indeed. So I have one here, which is from a summer camp, which I realized wouldn't work out. But I've applied for this job. And it says, "Dear Brandon, thank you for your interest in the camp counselor position at Rawhide Ranch. To proceed to your application, click this link." And then it's from the director, Mike Mills, who is setting all this up. So essentially, I could write back to Mike and say, "Hey, Mike, I'm no longer interested in this job," or something like that. And then I can send it out. I can send files, other things like that, with the little files button here where I'll bring up files. And then, of course, he'll get my messages and he can read that. And then also we have the notification section. So we have different notifications with jobs that might be suitable for me, like bowl builder slash cashier at Grubby's Pokey, other things like that that I'll be able to find in my local area, other jobs like that. We also have the profile. So the profile that you create is basically where you can come and you can see your resume, you can see qualifications, job preferences, hiring, skills tests, ready to work, other things like that. Also coming here, we have resume help, where Indeed can help you build a resume if you don't necessarily know how to create a resume. So resume reviews for $35, and then you can get your review, and somebody can check it, set it up for you, and make sure that everything is proper and ready to go, and that you have the best chance of getting hired from whatever position you are looking for. We also have my jobs. So my jobs recently, of the ones that I've saved, I haven't really saved any jobs, but I've applied to 5 so far. So we have the jobs that I've applied to. I've applied to be a barista, a summer camp leader, a seasonal camp leader, and then we also have a bowl builder slash cashier. None of these jobs wanted me. I need to apply more. But if I do, I will be able to let Indeed know about my interviews that I've set up, and then I can archive jobs as well. Like I've archived this job that I currently signed up for. We can also look at my reviews. So these are companies that I write. These are reviews that I write about employers. Um, Essentially just saying, I had a great experience working here. I want to make sure that, others enjoy the experience of working here as well, and that others feel safe at this job, and they will. And then we can also get demographic data as well that we can apply, so that it's easier for people to find jobs that it's easier for Indeed to find jobs for me. So here, going back, once again, we can see that homepage of all these jobs and more. And of course, if I were an employer and I were looking to post a job, I can find my next great hire using Indeed. So the way that this works is essentially I'll post a job. I will create a post looking for a job or hiring an employee. Let's say posting. And let's say I want to add my company's name. Let's say I'm working for Faulkner LLC. Let's say I'm just working for Faulkner LLC. The company's numbers of employees, let's say there's about 1 to 49 people working for Faulkner LLC. I'll provide my information, like I'll provide my name. And then are we hiring a manager? At this point, I'm not currently hiring a manager. How have you heard about us? Let's say the newspaper. By clicking this, I agree to receive texts. And let's say I want to look at the company's industry. So I'll go through, I'll set this all up, I'll put in the job title, I'll put in the number of people I'm looking to hire, I'll look at the job location, and then I'll set this all up in order to make sure that my company is ready to go and that we can actually comb through and look at the people who we want to hire, and then see who might be a candidate, get ready to interview them, and then make sure that everything is ready to go when hiring with Faulkner LLC. So this is a really good way for other companies to get their company out there, get everything ready to go, and for people to have a proper job ready to go. So here as well, we have different filters, like we have date posted, job type, and experience level, location, pay, certain distance, schedule, um, encouraged to apply, company posted by. So you can go through in all of these and you can look at them and you can look at all the things that they have here in order to make sure that you are getting the proper job that you want, and that fits within your schedule, but also pays well at the same time. So here we can also see company reviews. Like let's say I want to look at aerospace and defense. We can look at Lockheed Martin and we can look at the reviews. So work well-being is 76% high. Happiness is on the high level. Satisfaction is above average. Purpose is above average. Stress-free above average. And then we can look at all this and more. Like we can look at James D. Dackett, which is 86% of people approve of Tacklett's performance. It was founded. We can see estimated revenue. We can see industry. We can see headquarters and all this stuff. And then we can also see the reviews about this and more. So, and we can also see the jobs they offer, the benefits, the rating overview. And then of course we can go through and we can see everything that people have said about the company. We can also find salaries. So if you're somebody who's looking for a salary, like let's say sales associate located in the United States through all industries, you can find a salary here. So let's say your average base salary would be $15 an hour. If you want, you can increase that, I think. But basically you can increase that. The highest point you can get is 2189 through Indeed, but you can look at all the jobs that are hiring a sales associate right here, right now, ready to go, and that you can start working for if they take your application, or other things like that. So other than that, I have nothing really else to offer. Indeed is just a really easy way for you to find a job and get connected with an employer quick and easy. So once again, my name is Brandon Faulkner. Thank you for connecting, sharing, and learning with us today. You'll be able to find a recording of the session on our website at Village Core, or you'll be able to go to our YouTube channel, Village Core, in order to keep up to date with any past or future media or future presentations like this that we host and upload to our YouTube channel. So once again, thank you all for watching.